All right, Yo Cox here. Well, I need to do something, just talk off the cuff for a little bit, no script. Because I just found out about Charlie Kirk's death. Now here's the issue with me. I was thinking about doing this thing where I would joke about saying it. I was like, "Yeah, Charlie Kirk is dead. People are celebrating. All right, yeah." So that's the name of the guy that stabbed that girl on the subway. Charlie Kirk. Yeah. No. It wasn't a person who actually killed anyone. He was a person that said it hurt people's feelings, so basically invalidating the transgender lifestyle with truth. Yeah. So some loser shot him, yeah, and killed him. Yeah. I was going to do that, but yes, this is. You don't need to do that now. It's basically just how it is. It's like, yeah, they might try to say, well, he caused people to be so sad because their lifestyles were invalidated that they took their own lives. I'm like, then that means something's wrong with them, not Charlie. It's really sad. That's one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. But yeah. Him dying. There are a lot of people that did not like him because, of course, he would basically talk about how, that way of life is wrong. He would debate with people. That's the issue for me. When they say he's a Nazi, when they say he was advocating their deaths, he was a fascist, a bigot, or something like that. Then I see this dude debate very civilly, with someone else, calmly and civilly with someone else. Like, yes. So he's like, yeah, what is a woman? Or something like that. It's like, he lets them answer, lets them talk. It's like, I don't know if he was the what is a woman guy, because I remember seeing that. The interesting thing is, I've never heard of Charlie, really knew of Charlie Kirk until after his death. That's the issue. If you were trying to stop his message, then someone was trying to stop his message by killing him. That was a mistake, because now more people will actually, hear him, check him out, see what everything was about. If his words are so inflammatory that people wanted to kill him, then what was he saying? Pretty sure he was saying things like testicles are male, ovaries are female. Periods are female and sperm comes from males. Yeah. Things like that. Truth. What else some God is too. I hear. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Very very sad to see that happen because it's like he wasn't even doing anything. He was using his constitutional right of free speech and encouraging other people to do the same thing. And some loser was like, I don't like that he's destroying my fantasies. Let me kill him. Yeah, that's really bad because more people are going to be checking him out and learning stuff. The attempt to silence him has failed. And someone said he's not a martyr. Like, yeah, he is. He's not martyr material. Yeah, he is. He's a martyr. Yeah, he's a martyr, and if you don't like that, that sucks for you, because, if you cheered for his death, that's a really bad idea. You shouldn't have done that. Because now you outed yourselves as, idiots, as losers, who basically, are mature enough to understand that people will disagree with you. That's my title. I don't know. People will disagree with you. It's impossible to go through life without being in disagreements. It's going to happen. You have to learn to live with it. Yeah, that's how it is. Excuse me. So yeah, there you go. Oh, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Person I never heard of until after he was killed. If you were killed. Yeah. So it goes. Was that Christopher Nolan, the Batman, first Batman Begins? The Bruce Wayne said something like, "As a man, I'm, I could be killed. I could be, destroyed. But as a symbol, I could be everlasting. That's basically how it is. You know, he has a man. You say ignore him. He's a loser. Don't look at him. Don't look at that stuff. You know, don't listen to what he has to say. You know, now it's like now it's like okay, apparently what he's saying was serious enough, was controversial enough for him to be shot at. What was he saying? Let's see. You know, it's interesting that I hear a lot of people saying that people, the conservative people, basically talking about the how there's all kinds of lies and stuff in the transgender lifestyle are being told or being basically saying basically being the people are saying that they're saying spreading hate speech, but it's weird that I can't figure out they never really get a good quote of what the hate speech is. I'd like to get a quote. Same thing with J.K. Rowling. So there's someone said, Harry Game's a genocide game. I'm like, okay, what happens in that game? Do you spin that game, the Harry Potter game, killing transgender people? Do you kill them? Has she ever said to kill transgender people? Has she said that? Can you quote me? It's just like, go ahead in the comments. Go ahead and say, quote me. Has she ever done that? Has anyone ever done that? But the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. So it's just sad to see people doing their constitutional, basically free speech suddenly being shot at because, people can't stand the truth coming out. And of course, anyone who tries to say, well, you could just like Charlie, immediately when I thought of someone saying that to me, I told my mom this before, but I'll say it again. I immediately thought of Worf from Star Trek saying, "To die for one's ship and one's crew is the hope of any Klingon." Same with Christians. To die preaching the gospel, is the best thing a Christian can do. The best way for a Christian to go. Everyone is mortal, so everyone will die sooner or later. But whether you die in a good way or a bad way is up to you. You die doing things right, then you die doing things right. You die doing things wrong, then it's like, what the heck? What were you thinking? That's what he's saying. With him, it'd be like, he hooked it up. So that's not much of a threat to me. It's very sad that people would threaten people like that. It's just like, I don't like what you're saying. That's the issue with me. If you think the thought process occurs to you that, the thought process occurs to you that you want to cause someone harm because you don't like what they're saying, then you should take a good hard look at your life choices because you're not the good guy there. I don't think you're the good guy, and in fact, you aren't the victim. Charlie was the victim of some loser shooting him. In this case, that loser was an oppressor. That person took away Charlie's right to speak. By killing him. It's the way it's going to be. Charlie will always be seen as a victim because he was a victim. That loser will always be seen as an oppressor and an actual, something actual, actual type of thing. There, he'll be seen as that. That's how that goes. But if you then of course the issue with the girl, the dude stabbing that girl on the subway. That's the issue. He may have said that she called him something. Who cares? Who cares? That's bad. But I don't think she did. But still, he insulted her. He hurt his feelings. She hurt his feelings or something. Or he believes he did. You have two people here killing people because they got their feelings hurt. That's just not right. It's very immature. What you should do instead of that kind of stuff is you should, if someone hurts your feelings, you should back off. You talk about it, but murder is not the answer. All it does is make you look bad. You look like something's wrong with you because, yeah, obviously you decided you lashed out. You attacked someone physically for words. Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah, that's just how it is. That's something that's just sad, though, that people are messing around like that with. Well, gonna finish up the video. I want to get in my bed, sleep, continue on, and get through the last day of work so I can go enjoy the weekend. Off. Have a nice weekend off and relax and chill with my family. It's important to do. So, as I say, check me out on YouTube, Neve Art, and we're checking out more Charlie Kirk now. I just want to see what was so important. That someone wanted to kill him. To get stuff from the source, Was he really a Nazi? Was he really a fascist? A bigot? Was he? Let's go find out. Good going. Good going. Good going assassin. Good going assassin. I'm going to see more Charlie Kirk now. Thanks to you.